All right, welcome everybody. What's going on? My name's David Kurz. So glad to be able to do this live with you guys. I'm super pumped today. I got Domenico on with us. I've got Jeremy on with us, but I got to be real with you today. We are going to talk about making moves. And I actually, guys, I titled this "Making Moves," like because I think a lot of people, when I made my move, a lot of people were like, "Why'd you make the move? Why'd you make the move?" And I was like, "Dude, making moves. Let's go with it." So, Jeremy, what's up, sir? Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Hey, how we doing, brother?
Good, man. Domenico, how you doing this morning?
Good, man. How are you?
Domenico, aka Dom. No one calls you Domenico, do they? It's Dom and Cindy. That's it. That's all we know. Well, welcome, guys, man. I wanted to take some time out today and just kind of bring a positive light to LPT Realty and what's happening at our company, and to bring a positive light to you guys. And Jeremy, you specifically in your move to LPT Realty, I think it was a really special one. I think, Dom and I are both very excited about it. I know Robert's super excited about it. I tag him on all your stuff and share your stuff with him. He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm pumped about Jeremy coming on board," and it's exciting. It's exciting. So I want to start with Dom. How did you meet Jeremy? Like, how do you even know Jeremy?
Well, I moved into the same community. He was already living here. And, yeah, long story, but we'll make it the short version. He was my coach in pickleball, so we actually kind of met. Met in the pickleball court.
I taught him everything he knows, and he still doesn't know anything about pickleball. I tried my best, though.
Hey, hold on. Is that a coach issue or a player issue? I don't know.
Player issue.
I was 100% all out, and we were in a tournament, and I tripped and rolled into the fence and cut my head open. We actually butterflied it, and we finished the tournament.
Yeah. I tell you what, he's all in though. He's all in.
I didn't realize. So first of all, pardon my ignorance, I didn't know what pickleball was till like a year ago. Okay. And second of all, I didn't realize it was that aggressive, Dom.
Oh yeah. Dom takes it to the next level. Dom definitely takes it to the next level.
So in all seriousness, so we've been friends now almost 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So I'd been talking to Jeremy about my previous brokerage and, trying to make a fit for him. So, and we're friends too, right? So it was a process, right? So then when LPT came along, I saw the opportunity and I was like, wow, and I just had to share it. So I ran into Jeremy on my golf cart and we just started talking, and that's how it happened. So
that's awesome. So yeah. Jeremy, what really pumped you up about LPT? What made you kind of, because you have been approached before, and I'm sure you're approached by multiple brokerages all the time.
Yeah.
So what was it? Like, what was the light switch that said, yo, this might actually work for me?
Honestly, a combination of things, really. It's not really one thing in particular. Obviously I came from 100% brokerage, but you still have fees, monthly fees, transaction fees. Obviously, broker needs to make money, whether you call it 100% or not. You're still paying money, right? You're still splitting something with your brokerage. And that's kind of when Dom approached me, it was kind of a match, almost actually a better fit. If I wanted to stay 100%, I would be paying less fees, and just everything that LPT gave me, it was hands down way better than what I had. It's not even comparable side by side. To actually save money and just have the marketing abilities, the stocks, just everything that Robert's doing and LPT is doing, they weren't really comparable in my opinion at that point, and then
what were the biggest pieces? So you mentioned the stock. Was the marketing piece a big piece for you?
It was huge. Honestly, looking at the marketing, I mean, honestly, our business is probably 90% marketing, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not marketing yourself, you're losing, right?
Yeah.
Obviously getting out there face-to-face, referrals, all that jazz, but marketing is key, especially for listings. It's a competitive market out there. Everybody's fighting for listings. Everybody wants their listing to be number one, so The marketing key was huge for me, just everything that I think Robert put into place and LPT put into place, all the stuff that we're going to get. It's phenomenal. Just the marketing is key. So that was really kind of number one, obviously with the 80-20 side and the rev share and the stocks, that's huge too. Right.
So let's talk about that real quick, because LPT does offer two different comp plans. One is the 80-20 revenue share partner. The other one's the 100% business builder platform. And you came from a 100% company. And I think you mentioned to me that mathematically making this move, you're saving about $5,000 a year. But would that have been if you made it equal transition from 100% to 100%, or is that now at the 80-20?
Well, if I would have went 100 to 100, I would have saved about 5,000 with my transaction count. So right there alone, I would have been saving money. I actually decided to go the 80-20 route because I felt like at that point, I'm really only probably spending another $5,000 with the cap.
Right.
So $5,000 to me is minimal compared to what I get in return. Like what I'm going to get in return, it's hard to even put a number on it, honestly. It wouldn't make sense for me to kind of keep going down the route I'm going, where I can actually have so much more at my disposal, right?
So I want to be massively and ultimately clear about this. You left a 100% company, came to LPT Realty, and chose to have an 80-20 split. Let's go deep on that for a second, right? Because, some people are going to have a difficult time understanding that, you're comfortable at a 100% company. You've got a high transaction count, and then you make a transition. You go, no, I'm down to pay more. What was the mindset, the thought process behind that?
Well, like I mentioned, I mean, yeah, you're paying a little more, but what you're going to get down the road once you build a business is, I couldn't even put a number on it. Honestly, it's hard to say. Like the risk of doing the extra $5,000 and having the cap just for the marketing piece alone, the marketing alone is worth the $5,000 all day long. And then you have the opportunity to build a business, the rev share, the stocks, all of that down the road once it gets going, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that piece is huge. And that was huge to me. And honestly, when Dom first approached me, he knew I had just switched to 100% when we first started talking. And I was very happy. I didn't want to go back to the 80-20. I was tired of kind of giving my money away, So when he approached me with the 100% with LPT, of course I'm going to look at it. And it was nice. It's a great opportunity. It's a great plan. I think where my transaction count is at this point, it makes sense for me to go next level though, and kind of step away from that. I think the little bit of savings annually doesn't even compare to what you get in return. So
do you think that you are probably going to take advantage of the revenue share? Like this is something that attracts you. This is a piece that attracts you.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely enticing. It definitely attracted me. It's just a different way of doing business. But listen, we're out here, we're grinding, we're doing transactions, we're doing what we got to do anyway. But it's just another avenue to kind of build a business and build wealth for my family long term. I mean, ultimately, that's what I'm here for, right?
Yeah.
To provide for my family, to make money, to build something, to support us, right? And long term, obviously, I'm not getting any younger, right? So, I mean, how long can you grind? Like at the rate you're going to, in my opinion, I was thinking, how long can I grind and bang out transaction after transaction after transaction every year? At a certain point, I'm going to max out, right? I can only do so much.
Right.
So this will allow me to have another income revenue stream, right? And build something else to obviously help supply that and get my business to where I want it to be.
So when you look at this platform, and where do you see yourself 12 months from now, utilizing the marketing, the tools, the systems, the revenue share, the opportunity to attract agents to the downline? Do you see yourself in like developing a team? Do you see yourself just developing a strong network of agents? where do you see your agent count, or I'm sorry, your transaction count going, and why?
Honestly, so the recruiting aspect really isn't like what I'm 100% going for. I like that. I mean, what I liked about LPT is Robert, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, they really want to have agents who produce.
Yes. Yes.
And the whole model is kind of
built around that.
To succeed who are producing. And then once you're producing, to give you kind of more, at your disposal, more things at your disposal to be successful. So number one, obviously, I want to keep my transaction count minimum where it is, obviously, probably double it in the next 12 months. I would love to, right? With everything at my disposal. And then obviously start working on building the revenue share side, and I think that goes along with, as you're doing transactions, as you're dealing with people and day to day, I'm meeting other agents and this and that, you can talk about it, right? And there's a lot of great agents out there and a lot of people I love doing business with, and it's just easy conversations. I feel like everything that LPT has to offer makes it easy to discuss,
Right.
Like when Dom approached me about it, it was like, it all made sense. It resonated, the whole plan, everything, it all just, it's easy to discuss. So
that's what excites me, that that there's plans, that there's opportunity, that there are tools that are going to help you get to where you want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Man, give me some last words. Like, you want to talk to agents out there that are like thinking about a move, looking at it, on the fence, trying to decide between 4 different companies. You know how it is.
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
It's pretty new. So, and I told Don this, it's kind of new. So I feel like it's a little bit scary for people. LPT is kind of a newer brokerage. But if you actually dissect everything that is already in place and everything that you're going to get, it wouldn't make sense to go anywhere else, to me, honestly. Like I mentioned, the marketing is huge. The marketing key, everything that we're going to get through Listing Power Tools is huge. For me to be able to go into a listing and just compete and have that at my disposal, I don't think there's any way I can't win, and listings are huge, obviously, right? And then on top of that, the leads, the once the lead programs get going and all the advertising and marketing that LPT is doing and Robert Palmer, I mean, that's going to be massive as well, right?
For sure.
So just having all that at my disposal and really dissecting everything that LPT offers, because it's a lot, dissecting it all. I don't see another brokerage that really competes, honestly.
That's awesome. Dom, what do you, right now, you made the transition as well. Obviously, you attracted Jeremy to our company, and now we're family, right? So, what's happening in your business, and what excites you the most about this new partnership?
Sure. So, we're kind of revamping our business right now, and I think we got to a point in our careers where we were a little burned out, the transaction count, and kind of we were stagnant. So, and agents go through this up and down, right? And I feel that now we're back on the upswing. We're re-engineering ourselves, I would say, and partnering with Jeremy is huge in LPT, right? And I look at it for different reasons. I love the revenue share side. I love the stock down the road. I love building an organization. I love recruiting agents. I know that people say that's a bad word, but I love it because all brokerages recruit, whether you're an individual, it's the same thing. You're looking for buyer and sellers, right? We're recruiting for buyer and sellers. I mean, that's what we do. So treat it as a business. You're an entrepreneur and build on that. And that's the part I love. And there's many things with LPT that I could go on for too long, right? But there's a lot of added benefits that I see in LPT as far as the future growth. And we're just at the beginning, right? So, and this is huge. That's what I love about it. And I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome, man. Well, I just want to welcome you both to the family. Jeremy, we're super excited to have you on board, man. Let everybody know where you're at and how they can find you on social media and connect with you.
Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. It's good getting the word out, and I appreciate you having us and opening us up this discussion, and kind of getting it all out there. So,
What area do you serve?
Sarasota mainly, Sarasota, Manatee, the greater Sarasota, Manatee, Lakewood Ranch area.
And Dom's a neighbor, huh?
Yeah. He's right down the road, but absolutely.
That's awesome. Well, hey, man, happy to have you on board. Super excited for the progress that we're going to see coming up. And, man, welcome to the family, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. Thank you.